Hello, English learners. Welcome to our podcast. If you don't understand English, don't worry. By the end of this episode, you'll know everything you need about today's topic, the White House.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alexa. Together, Alex and I will help you learn about the White House in simple English. Let's begin.
The White House is the official home of the President of the United States. It is located in Washington, D.C., and has been the residence of every U.S. president since John Adams in 1800. It is one of the most famous buildings in the world.
That's right. The White House isn't just a home. It's also a workplace. The president holds meetings with leaders and works on important decisions there. It's a very special place.
The White House has 6 floors. There are 2 underground levels, the State Floor, the 2nd floor, and the 3rd floor. It also has 132 rooms, 35 bathrooms, and a big garden called the South Lawn.
Well, imagine living in such a huge place. The rooms are used for many purposes, like hosting guests, working, and relaxing. It's more than just a house.
One of the most famous rooms in the White House is the Oval Office. This is where the president works. The room is shaped like an oval, and it has a big desk called the Resolute Desk.
The Oval Office is very important. Many big decisions in history have been made there. It's a symbol of leadership and power.
Did you know the White House wasn't always called that? It was originally called the President's House or the Executive Mansion. It got the name White House in 1901, thanks to President Theodore Roosevelt.
That's an interesting fact. The building is called the White House because of its white-colored walls, which make it look elegant and classic.
The White House has been rebuilt and changed over time. During the War of 1812, it was burned by British troops. Later, it was rebuilt and new parts were added, like the West Wing.
Yes, the West Wing is where the president's office is located. It also has the Situation Room, which is used during emergencies and crises.
Around the White House, there is a large fence for security. Many security teams work there to protect the president and the building.
Security is very important for the White House. It's one of the most protected places in the world, with cameras, guards, and special technology.
The White House is also a museum of American history. It has many paintings, furniture, and artifacts that tell the story of the United States.
Visitors can tour parts of the White House. It's a great way to learn about history and see where the president lives and works.
There are many famous events that happen at the White House, like the annual Easter egg roll and Christmas tree lighting. These events bring people together.
That's true. These traditions make the White House a welcoming place for citizens and visitors. It's a way to connect with the people.
The White House also has a kitchen that can serve up to 140 guests at one time. Chefs prepare meals for the president, their family, and guests.
The kitchen is amazing. It can also handle large dinners, like state dinners, where leaders from around the world are invited.
If you visit Washington, D.C., you can see the White House from outside. It's an iconic landmark that represents the United States.
It's a must-see for anyone visiting the city. Even if you can't go inside, seeing it in person is unforgettable.
The White House has its own movie theater where the president and their family can watch films. It's called the White House Family Theater and has comfortable seating.
That sounds fun. It's like having a private cinema at home. The president can relax and enjoy movies with family and friends.
There's also a White House garden called the Rose Garden. It's used for events, press conferences, and even welcoming guests like world leaders.
The Rose Garden is beautiful. It's filled with colorful flowers and has a peaceful atmosphere. It's one of the most loved spots.
Inside the White House, there's a special room called the East Room. It's the largest room and is often used for ceremonies and receptions.
The East Room is impressive. It's where important events like award ceremonies and big meetings are held. It's truly grand.
The Green Room, Blue Room, and Red Room are 3 other famous rooms in the White House. They are decorated in different colors and styles.
Yes, each room has its own purpose and unique charm. These rooms reflect history and tradition, making them very special.
Did you know the White House has a tennis court, a swimming pool, and even a bowling alley? These facilities are used for exercise and relaxation.
That's interesting. The president and their family need time to stay active and have fun, and these areas make that possible.
Every president adds their personal touch to the White House. They may change furniture, artwork, or decorations to make it feel like home.
That's great. Each family brings its own style and personality to the White House, making it unique during their time there.
The White House is not just about politics, it's also a cultural landmark. Many famous musicians, poets, and artists have visited it over the years. Events like concerts, art exhibitions, and poetry readings are often hosted there. These events celebrate the richness of American culture and show that the White House is not only a place of governance, but also a hub for creativity and inspiration. For example, artists like Yo-Yo Ma and Stevie Wonder have performed there, making history with their contributions to the arts. It's amazing to think that a building known for leadership also celebrates music, literature, and art in such a significant way.
That's so interesting. I love how the White House values art and culture along with politics. It makes the building feel more human and relatable. These events bring together people from different backgrounds and interests. It's not just a home for the president. It's a home for ideas and inspiration.
Another fascinating part of the White House is its rich historical archives. The building is like a living museum containing countless artifacts that tell the story of the United States. From presidential portraits to handwritten documents, every item has a story to tell. Even the furniture has historical significance. For example, the Resolute desk in the Oval Office was a gift from Queen Victoria to President Rutherford B. Hayes in 1880. It's not just a desk. It's a symbol of friendship and diplomacy between nations. Walking through the White House is like stepping into a time machine that takes you through the most important moments of American history.
Absolutely, these historical pieces remind everyone of the journey the country has taken. It's incredible how every corner of the White House holds memories of the past while still being relevant to the present. It's a perfect blend of history and modern leadership.
One of the lesser-known features of the White House is the library. It's a quiet and elegant space filled with thousands of books on a variety of topics, from history and politics to science and literature. The library is not just for decoration. It's a working library where the president and staff can find information or simply enjoy reading. It reflects the importance of knowledge and education in leadership. Many important decisions may have been influenced by a book or a piece of wisdom found in this library. It's a reminder that learning never stops, even for the most powerful people in the world.
That's such a beautiful idea. A library in the White House shows how vital knowledge is in making good decisions. It's inspiring to think that even leaders turn to books for guidance and ideas. It reminds us all to keep learning and growing.
Did you know that the White House also has a press room? It's called the James S. Brady Press Briefing Room, named after President Reagan's press secretary. This is where the president or the press secretary gives updates to the media. It's a small room with rows of chairs for journalists from all over the world. The press room is an essential part of democracy, as it helps keep the government transparent and accountable. Every time the president speaks from this room, it's broadcasted to millions of people, ensuring that citizens stay informed about important issues and decisions.
The press room is such an important part of the White House. It's where the public gets to hear directly from their leaders. It's amazing how one room can connect the president to people all over the world.
Thank you, dear listeners, for joining us today on this fascinating journey through the history and significance of the White House. We hope you've learned something new and exciting about this iconic landmark. Remember, learning English while exploring interesting topics like this is a fun and effective way to improve your skills.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and share this podcast with your friends. Keep practicing your English, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care and happy learning!